I'm not Gareth Roberts, but this is Craig Hannan back from his holidays, looking all tanned.
Not as tanned as I'd hoped.
He's covered up though, like he's in his little salmon shirt,
yeah,
and I said he's clearly put it on to make it look like he's got a good tan.
Yeah, I didn't do a whitewash, I would have wore like white t-shirts just to hammer it home, but feels like the first day of school being back as well. I don't know if I like it or not, but I think it's nice to be back.
You've come back to a bloody good weekend now, haven't you?
Yeah,
I mean, you stepped off the plane and you went to lovely Burnley.
Yeah, from Bali to Burnley.
if that isn't a programme in itself that Channel 4 need to get on, I really don't know. So yeah, Burnley, from Bali to Burnley. How did you find it? What a wonderful day out you must have had.
In Burnley.
Yeah. Well, it was bossy.
Do you know what? It was a belter away.
It's always great away though, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah, we got the coach way too early, to be honest. I think we were at Burnley Rugby Club at like 5 hours before kick-off, and it seemed to be sort of 4 or 5 coaches had landed up there. So it was just very strange having this massive Scouse gathering in the middle of nowhere at a Burnley Rugby Club. But it was...
Oh, was that the cricket club next to the ground?
No.
No, so you didn't even go to the cricket club?
No, I was in there briefly, but this was sort of outside Burnley, and it was great. And, you know, Burnley always sort of like... brings us something a bit mad, and I think it was nice that it didn't really feel as if there was that this time. It felt like the Reds were just in control. Burnley had a couple of chances at the beginning, but you know, as soon as the Reds got one, they got two. The fault, you know, in the ground for the second goal, the Mane goal was brilliant. That was just the moment everyone's having a party. 5:30 kick-off on a Saturday. And then obviously Firmino gets the third at the end, but it was a proper good away, and it was nice that this time there wasn't the madness of you know, a last-minute Clavan goal. There wasn't the madness of, you know, the Alisson saves and then the Shaqiri.
Yeah.
Although that let-off was incredible for Shaqiri's third last season, it was nice that the Reds just went in and kind of almost strolled it.
It shows the difference to last season, but I think Klopp come out and said, didn't he, that there's no need to rest players. And when we played Burnley last season, it was at a time when we did need to rest players, whereas this, I can't remember the last time we really played Burnley this early in the season, or at least away, because the season before it was New Year's Day, the Clavan goal. So I don't know, it felt like when I looked at our first 4 fixtures, I thought, oh God, they look a little bit tough. Southampton away and Burnley away in your first 2 aways. Norwich okay, that one was sound, and then Arsenal's thrown in there, but we've got maximum points. We're the only team who's picked up all 12 points.
I don't think you could ask for much more. Obviously the Alisson injury is a blow. And
yeah, but Adrian played well yesterday.
He did, and I was made up for Adrian, because I sort of felt as if he needed a game like that where he made 1 or 2 decent saves that you'd hope he'd make, and there was no madness around that, and I was made up for him. He got a good reception at the end, and that'll do him the world of good, because I think we saw a little bit of Alisson last year that took him a little bit of time, although he was picking up clean sheets. It just took him a little bit of time to get everything, you know, spot on with him. Like there was times where his kicking was a bit, and obviously the mistake against Leicester. But you know, now he is the undisputed best keeper in the world, and he's settled. I think Adrian coming in and trying to fill those boots is difficult, coming from a club like West Ham to Liverpool, and suddenly you're thrusted in. And you know, a game like the weekend, I think will help him settle and help him sort of feel as if he belongs.
He looks like he's actually got a couple of minutes under his belt now, rather than just being thrown on. What I will say is what shows the gulf and how unbelievable Liverpool are at the minute is that we've played Burnley, we've battered them 3-0. Yet everyone's talking about the fact that Mane's kicked off at Salah. Like, no one's actually talking about the genius of Bobby Firmino, how unbelievable Virgil van Dijk is, which I can go on for an hour for. But the main chat that's come out of it is that Mane is actually just a little bit pissed off that his mate didn't pass to him.
I mean, if anyone's ever played any sort of
sport,
right? If anyone's ever played any sort of sport,
you go mad at your mates.
You do the whole time, and after it, you sort of put it aside, because that's what playing sport is. It's and I liked seeing it. Like I like that we've now got these footballers who, you know, are so driven to be the best that they can, and to score as many goals as they can. That you know, that they're happy to sort of, you know, will give each other a bollocking for something that they're not happy about. And I think there's been too many Liverpool sides in the past where they don't have the character, they don't have the mentality, and they don't have a backbone.
Yeah, the courage.
It all just like sort of, you know, there's like everything goes on fire around them and all looking at each other as if to say who's going to sort this out, and now we've got all of these players who are just striving to be the best that they can possibly be. And you know, like I didn't play football at any sort of level, but as a kid I remember playing up top with my best mate, and we'd fall out every single game over him not passing or him shooting. We'd fall out, but then as soon as you got off the pitch, it's fine. And, you know, there's going to be there's going to be people in the media who are going to be trying to find sort of chinks in Liverpool's armour.
This has been happening for so long.
Exactly.
And this, that and the other.
They're trying to create something around Liverpool that's maybe wrong, and there's nothing wrong. You know, I think they've both said it themselves. I love the little smirk from Firmino.
The little wanna be you
really,
sort
really
of.
funny. And I think Salah made a joke out of it on Instagram. I think James Pearce has come out with a piece in the Athletic saying that like it's all sorted. And I think anyone that's ever played sport will know that it will have all been sorted, and they'll be mates and they'll be joking about it today at Melwood, and all will be fine next week. But you know, I think you mentioned it there. Some of the performances. Like Firmino was just he's unstoppable. He's just brilliant. I
think Van Dijk come out after that. I don't know if it was on Sky. I don't know which interview it is, and basically said Firmino's the best player he's played with, and you can see why. He's a centre half. He's a dream, isn't he? That if you're in trouble, it's like Firmino's coming in. He's dropping deep. He gets the ball and he moves it on. And it's mad that I think that Firmino's underrated. Yeah, it's just bizarre.
Yeah. He feels as if he'll forever be underrated. I think. He's probably never going to hit the heights of Salah and Mane in terms of the goals.
He does everything else, doesn't he?
No, he does. I think that's his 50th goal as well in the Premier League, which is the most of any Brazilian
ever. Yeah.
And he's just vital. He's just vital with everything that we do. And the goal was brilliant. And I like the fact that the goal came from, it was a Salah assist, but Salah wasn't really meaning to pass it.
You could see Bobby was screaming for it.
I think Salah was going to go for it.
Salah done the reason. Like is it mad to say that I quite liked the Mane and Salah thing? Like I really quite enjoyed it.
Me too.
And I know you went. I didn't get to go, so I saw it on the telly. And Klopp was pissing himself. Like Klopp thought it was absolutely hysterical. And it reminded me like that kid in the class where he's like, "Oh, sir," and then like, "Sir, he's done this wrong," and Klopp's like, "God, sit down." So then what does he do? Goes to Jordan Henderson, who's the other side of the bench. He's going like this to Henderson as if like, "Oh no, that's it. He's coming off." He goes through 4 people, so I don't know how many of you have seen it, like from the minute it starts. He says it to Van Dijk, who's the captain on the pitch, because Henderson's gone off. So he's kicking off at Van Dijk going, "You need to sort him out." Yeah. He gets substituted, he's kicking off at Klopp, and Klopp's going like, "Sit down, lad." Yeah. He goes over to Henderson on the other side of the bench like this, and then James Milner has to come and sit down and go, "It's okay, it's all right, Sadio." I love it, I absolutely love it.
We didn't see it in the ground, didn't see any of it happening, and it was only afterwards. And I think that, look, Mane's probably going to look back on it and be a little bit like, not embarrassed, but wish that he hadn't have done it that way. That
it's probably on the pitch, isn't it? Yeah, it's the cameras and all that, isn't it?
If he's going to bollock him at the time, or bollock him in the changing room afterwards. But I don't really have any problem with it. I think he probably should do it differently. But I'd be a bit worried if he wasn't telling Salah off when Salah hasn't passed to him as his teammate up there. And it's all right that we've won 3-0 and we can all sort of laugh about it and brush it under the carpet, but if that's happening and it's 0-0 and he's doing that and he's thinking about his goals tally in the Premier League, and I know there's the stat coming out that I think Salah's assisted the front 3 more than any of them, and all of this, and look, I don't think Salah's greedy, but I think there is times where he's thought about that goals tally.
He's a goal scorer though, isn't he?
Yeah,
and so is Mane, and this is the thing, like we're so useful. Not necessarily, we've been so used in the past to go, and why didn't he pass it to Torres? Why didn't he pass it to Suarez? We've always had the talisman, even if like, I don't know, Crouch was our forward, it was, why isn't he passing it to Peter Crouch? We've got 3 fellas there. Yeah. So who can all argue the same thing, that actually can all get a similar amount of goals, and we should just be like blessed that we've got the luxury of these players that can score this amount of goals. And Salah hit the post first half. Yeah. I didn't realise it was a save until they showed the replay. Nick Pope gets a little touch on it, brilliant save. That should have been a goal. Then the second one where he's through, Nick Pope comes out again and manages to put him off, so it deflects. Yeah. He should have had a goal. He wanted to score a goal, and he's a goal scorer, and there's just nothing to panic about.
And it's a friendly rivalry that will only make the both of them better. Like, if I saw the clip from the FIFA awards or the Champions League draw or whatever, the awards where Ronaldo was talking with Messi, and he basically said that by them two sort of both striving to be better than each other. It's raised their game. We've talked about Liverpool and Man City doing that in terms of teams, but having two players like Salah and Mane, and Firmino to a certain extent as well, it will have this little rivalry in the team where they want to score more than each other, and obviously they shared the Golden Boot last year. Yeah, exactly, and that only means that Liverpool will be better. I think that, you know, I do trust that if Salah, you know, if it is a draw and we're needing a goal, that Salah will make the right decision in the future. Especially and especially now because Mane's like publicly bollocked him.
Yeah, and also he said on the pink, Neil said on the pink to Paul Senior, he said it's August. It's not as if it's March and we're in the like it's August. It's the first couple of games. I don't think you see it in March. But listen, it's all fine. You all need to calm down. Just dead quickly before we go. Looks like Lovren's staying. Transfer window closes today. Roma's been interested. Apparently there was a rumour today that Juventus are interested, and then that's already been quashed. I think you might see a couple of little things today, but I don't think he's actually going to go. And I think we saw Klopp in his press conference pre-Burnley basically saying, last time what I said earlier about the last time that you played Burnley, the fringe players got a bit of a go, and he said the time is now. You will see the likes of Shaqiri, Lallana, and I think he included Lovren in it. So
I think I'd just rather we didn't take any risks with the amount of players who've got in the squad, and I think that
it's different,
you know,
if
Lovren,
he really wants to go. I think.
Yeah, and I think like Klopp's thought about the human side of these footballers before, that if a player really wants to go, we've seen it in the past, he'll let them go. But I think, you know, Lovren's a really good fourth choice,
he is.
and he'll find it difficult to force his way in. But then we've seen, you know, the players ahead of him get injuries before, the likes of Gomez and Matip. So I'd rather we didn't take any risks, and that we had the four centre backs in there, and obviously we've got Van den Berg and we've got Hoover and these young players. But these, you know, it's unfair to have them, you know, so early in their Liverpool career, sort of the fourth choice, I think, in there. And I'm happy to keep them basically.
Yeah, it's all if buts and maybes of doing this, and this is the thing. Like when we had talked about signings in the summer, and you're looking at City now, Laporte's out. They've had to bring Fernandinho on at centre half, I think, alongside Otamendi, and you do catastrophise. But I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing that he's staying. And speaking of players who want to go, Bobby Duncan's off to Fiorentina.
Absolute mad. I was lying by the pool and I was on my phone and I was seeing this all come through, the tweets with Carragher and the agent and all of this madness. And it was just
bonkers.
It was just. I don't know anything about being a football agent, and I'm not really sure what you can say in terms of. But I don't think that's how to be a football agent. Putting something like that out and going up against the club and going up against someone like Michael Edwards, who's thought of so highly within the club. So all mad. Bobby Duncan's just, by the sounds of things, and again, James Pearce did a piece on it in The Athletic, and he mentioned something. He basically said that he's probably been badly advised, but this is also a footballer who's just desperate to play at the top level, and he's seeing players like Trent and wanting to be them. And I mean, you know, good luck to him. Good luck to him if he goes to Fiorentina and it's a permanent deal. I don't know if it's permanent or on.
Yeah, I think it is. And the thing is, there's a 20% sell-on clause as well. So for someone who's kicked up a fuss, not necessarily him, his agent. And listen, good luck to the lad, and let's just put the saga to bed, and let's hope that, you know, he kicks on a few.
Because he's had, like, if you think about his last 12 months, have been, since he's signed, have been really positive. The amount of goals that he scored for the under-23s, scoring in pre-season and getting to play and being around the first team, and I just don't know what else he expects from us when he's got some of the front three ahead of him. He's got the likes of Brewster, who's come back. He's got Origi, who scored the goal in the Champions League final and the semi-final. You know, these are players that he's not going to get in ahead of, and he just needs to bide his time. But obviously, he doesn't have that patience, and you know, good luck to you in Serie A. Yeah,
well, I'd say good luck to the lad. Just before you go, we've banged on about it a lot. I was meant to bring it over. Numero Says book, edited by Josh Sexton, basically a collection of all our work that we've done last year, looking back on the unbelievable season last year. They've done a book signing on Thursday with all of them, like Ben Jono's in it, Paul Cove, Rob Gutman, Gareth, all your faves. You can buy it online at theanfielddraft.com/shop.
I think so, yeah.
She looks pensively. But yeah, that's it. The Reds are still great. We beat Burnley 3-0, got our first clean sheet of the season. It's international break next week, but I can't wait for the Reds to come back after that already.